Hey, my name is Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Bob Foose. Bob, this session that we have coming up with regard to you facilitating a high priority, very important project for an existing intact team, and you're coming in as an external catalyst. What value do you think you can add, and what's your thoughts about the structure for the session?
Yeah, I think anytime you do something like this, it's really helpful to have somebody from the outside come in and help facilitate it. It does a couple things. One is it helps those that are a part of that team actually do the work of the team without having to think about how do I facilitate this section or where do we need to go next. And so to have somebody else concerned about those things allows people on the team to actually be able to participate in the process that we're going through. And I think it's also helpful because oftentimes somebody coming in from the outside who's done this quite often brings with them another level of expertise that can help make it even more effective. So what we're going to do is walk through a real framework to help you kind of think through how do you get some clarity on what you're doing? How do you clarify those things? And then how do you then get some clarity in terms of what the next steps are? So it's really all about clarity and strategy in this particular session.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Bob. And Bob, obviously, I know a lot about your credibility, but for someone that doesn't know you, what's your credibility to be able to facilitate a conversation like this?
Well, it's something I've done for a lot of different organizations. For me, I spent about 26 years working with a global nonprofit organization. And a lot of what I did was this kind of work, was helping certainly teams that I led think through uh, why they existed, what their purpose was, what their mission was, and then helping them think through how do we live out that mission with the different constituents that we have. So a lot of experience in helping internal teams doing that. And then I've also had a lot of experience helping external teams do that in all kinds of different industries and in all kinds of different sectors. So I'm excited to come in and help different teams do things like this.
Whenever I sit in a session like this, Bob, I always like to be able to connect with the person facilitating. So let me into you a little bit. Tell me a little bit more about yourself, any hobbies, interests, etc.
Yeah, so a bunch of different hobbies. So I love reality television. So I'm still a huge fan of Survivor. So still watch that. I'm also love good food. So I live in Orange County. You can often catch me on the weekends searching the streets of LA and Orange County looking for the perfect chocolate chip cookie and any other tasty bite of food I can find.
Excellent. Well, thanks ever so much, Bob. And I know that everyone's going to get a lot of benefit from this session.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.